Hello, Geminis. Welcome back to Universe Within. This is your second weekly tarot reading by me. I'm Lauren Taylor, and I'm just gonna get right into it. See what's going on for Geminis this week. Okay, so for our career and finance, we have Seven of Fire and Earth. Oh, Six of Earth. Okay, so having the 6 and the 7, it gives me the feeling of somebody who is being kind of hot and cold. It's like you make a step forward and then you kind of make another step back, and you just kind of really haven't been moving forward as quickly as you'd like in your career space. And so it's making you feel torn on what to do. You might also be in a job that isn't healthy for you. Like, here's just an example. This is going to be different for everybody, but an example of a job not being healthy for you. This is very simple, but like maybe you work in a fast food place and you have found that you've gained a lot of weight and you're just not feeling as healthy because you've been eating the food. Or you could be working in a factory where you're breathing in a lot of harsh chemicals and you feel like your job just is taking a toll on you, I guess is a way. Maybe it doesn't have to do with your health, but you are nonetheless are feeling like what you're doing is take your current career situation, whether it's being employed or unemployed or in between jobs or whatever, your current situation is taking a toll on you. So you're feeling torn because you don't want to disappoint. You want to be able to make sure that you're holding your end of your responsibilities. You don't want to disappoint anybody, but you're also not moving forward anywhere because you're not really sure what to do. This is also somebody who might be afraid of being judged with what they're doing or what they're not doing, or feeling judged. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for those. Okay, so for the this could also be, sorry, this is one last thing for the career and finance. This could also be somebody who was out of work for a long time and they're afraid to get back into it. Maybe you were on leave for a while and now you have to get back into work and you're afraid of what people are going to say, that kind of thing. Or you've just been out of the workforce for a while and you don't really know what it's going to be like to get back into it. So for our health and home, we have the Summerlands, which is the Fool in the traditional tarot. I love this card. And we have One of Air. Ooh, dreams. Oh, okay. So this is somebody who's taking like a blind leap of faith. So it could go back into your career where, you haven't been working for a while, so now you just have to kind of say fuck it and throw yourself back into it and not really worry about what other people are going to say, this card comes off in two different ways. The first way that it comes off is like having the American dream, wanting your dreams to come true. This guy's dreaming about, you know, the house and the car and the finances. You know, he's having realistic dreams. So make sure that, you know, you are having realistic dreams and you're not being a fool about your goals. You know, I mean, like, you might be in a situation right now where you are wanting to buy a car, but it's just not going to be financially responsible for you right now. So, I mean, that would be a foolish purchase, but that's not something that's, you know, too high of an ideal to get to. I mean, you can make that a goal, but just don't be foolish and make, you know, an impulsive decision. But this is somebody who does have high ideals and they want to work towards those ideals. This could also be somebody who's having some anxiety and it's making them so that they aren't able to get a good night's sleep. Yeah, this is like throwing caution to the wind, getting a new start, starting something new, starting down a completely new path, and just kind of like having, it really literally looks like throwing caution to the wind. But what he doesn't realize he's doing, he's like picking up these seeds in the back and then throwing them into the air, which is cool and great, and it's creating this, you know, burst of like a firework type situation here. But if he keeps picking up all the grass from this field, eventually there's not going to be anything left in the field, and he's going to realize that he was kind of being an idiot and he wasted all of his resources on this good time or whatever. So yeah, it's just being, you know, aware of your goals, working towards them, and making the right choices to get there. Also, you know, if you are feeling skeptical about going back to the workforce, this is just saying, fuck it, I've got to do it. I've got to make some money because I want all of these things, you know. So for love and romance, we have the Five of Water. I think this came out for Pisces last week in the same position. And we have the Mother of Air. All right, so this is battles. Either somebody who has, okay, I'm going to read this for single people first. Single people, you might have just come out of a relationship where you felt like you had to, you know, be really defensive and, you know, fight a lot. There might have been a lot of just fighting and arguments. And, yeah, now is just the time to kind of clear your emotions and your headspace so that you could be prepared to, you know, live the single life or to get back out in the dating world. This could be somebody who this is a relationship where there's conflict of ideas. Okay, and like because you have opposing ideas about something, you guys feel like you're having to be defensive and battle each other all the time, when really having opposing ideas is something that can be really healthy for a relationship if done properly. Not to the point where you're having heated, you know, arguments and full out battles and everybody feels like they have to be defensive and walking on eggshells around each other. No, but you know, it's nice to have intellectual conversations and to have differences so you can kind of see the world through your partner's point of view, which in turn deepens your perspective and gives you a greater outlook. I mean, it can really be used to fuel the relationship in the right direction if you're having opposition. But it can also make people feel like they have to defend, you know, their views and what they view as fundamental. This is also, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that. This could be a couple who's having a lot of outside influences kind of coming in and attacking their relationship. So it might be testing their strength as a couple. They might be having to fight. You know, there could have been recently a situation. Okay, I'm getting a story. This is specific, so it's not going to resonate with everybody, but I am getting a story here, and it's of an outside influences coming in and disrupting a relationship, but there's still being enough of a foundation on the relationship to heal and to move on, to grow. If both people in the relationship feel that that's the direction they want to move in, there's still a solid foundation there. So it's not like somebody came in, it might be somebody coming in trying really hard, throwing everything they can to break up this relationship, or some sort of outside situation that just keeps on coming up and trying really hard to break you guys up, or to even if you're single, you know, this could be somebody who's coming in and trying to put a damper on your spirits. But there's enough of a solid foundation there to rebuild, to you're being fueled from above. So I mean, it's just could be a test for your relationship. There could be a test coming in that's going to test your strength. Yeah, but it's looking like there's enough promise and stability in the relationship to continue to move forward. And so for your outcome, advice, and energies of the week, we have the One of Water and the Crone of Air. So I think that basically the information that this is shouting at me is that in order to be in balance, you just need to kind of go over the details. Pay attention to the details. Pay attention to what you're doing. To what you're doing about each situation. Balance will be achieved This also is like a divine union. I mean, not on the terms that like the Two of Cups or the Lovers are, but it's just kind of like that balance of energies coming together. Yeah. So I'm thinking everything's gonna, all the loose ends are gonna be tied up. Everything's gonna come together. You just need to watch what you're doing. Pay attention to the details. Be a little bit reserved before you make the action. Make sure you're being balanced in what you're doing. Especially like in the relationship end, you know, if you are in a couple and you have outside forces kind of influencing things, staying strong together. Stay strong together, and that, I don't know. I mean, it shows that there's promise here. So if there is something coming in this week that's gonna shake up your relationship, just try to stay strong with each other. Try to not like let go of your bond. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah. Yeah, just be cautious in the way that you're going about trying to bring balance to all these situations, is the message I'm getting. So let's see if we can pull a oracle card to kind of clear up that last little bit of information there, kind of tie everything together a little better here. Yeah, I'm really feeling like this outside influence of anxiety coming in. Because we had this in the health and home department, and it's kind of like the same thing. So maybe somebody's trying to push their ideas on you, and you really have to stand up for what you believe in and not let their influence, you know, disrupt who you are at the core of your being. And don't let somebody else's influence, you know, drive you so crazy in the head that you can't even think straight for yourself anymore. You can't even remember what it is that you personally believe in, you know, because other people can have that influence sometimes. So be really, really aware. Maybe you should write down your ideas and goals and the things that you want. Write them down so that they can't be, you know, write them down in pen or in like permanent markers so that they can't be influenced or changed or erased or anything like that from any outside resources. Yeah, you've got to start leaning on yourself and lean on yourself, lean on the things that you believe in, the things that make you who you are, and don't let outside influences come in and try to shake that up and change that. Yeah. Oh, Lakshmi, I'm not exactly sure how to beautifully pronounce this wonderful energy here, but it's bright future, and I got this for Aries, I believe. And it says, stop worrying, everything is going to be fine. And that is pretty self-explanatory. This card also has to do with honoring your own divinity, which I'm kind of seeing in this spread too, is, you know, honoring the things about you that make you you, and not letting outside influences kind of steer you off your path or make you feel insecure or make you question what you believe. You just solidify those things even more. Okay, because ultimately we are the makers of our own future, and you can have everything you've ever wanted, but it's going to come from you. Okay? And that's all I'm getting for this week. If this reading didn't quite resonate with you, make sure you check out your rising sign and your moon sign, or also message me for a private reading. I would love to do that. But thanks again for watching, and thanks again for all your guys' feedback and everything like that. It's been really positive so far. So, yeah, I will see you guys again next week.